Alright, so patch notes. Yeah. Guilty Gear collaboration. First unit that we see, Soul Bad Guy. That looks like a pretty cool skill 3. I like those animations. Okay, so Soul. Defense percent imprint. Fire Warrior. Sagittarius. Okay, skills. Attacks an enemy with a fire pillar. Damage dealt increases if the enemy isn't buffed. Gains fighting spirit when critical hit is made. Okay. Damage dealt increases if the enemy isn't buffed. Gains fighting spirit when critical. So he's using fighting spirit, okay. Counterattacks and silences for 2 turns when an enemy uses a non-attack skill. Or when the caster is attacked by an elite or boss monster. Damage dealt increases proportional to the enemy's max health. Can only activate once every 2 turns. Roaming cancel. If fighting spirit is 100 at the end of an ally's turn, the caster consumes all fighting spirit before extending the duration of a buff and being granted an extra turn. So if a unit like Celeste uses a buff, then he'll counterattack and silence for 2 turns. It's not even percentage, so it's a guaranteed silence for any buffer. Yeah, Ruzid, Celeste, Challenger Dominion, and then there's also the elite or boss monster after that. Only activates once every 2 turns, which is a little bit better, I guess. But it can definitely be used in PvP for the first turn kind of cancellation. But let me see. If fighting spirit is at 100 at the end of an ally's turn, the caster consumes all fighting spirit before extending the duration of a buff and being granted an extra turn. Okay, so as a passive, if Solo has 100 fighting spirit, so right, maxed at the end of an ally's turn, so it's a little hard to control then. As long as his fighting spirit is 100 at the end of its turn, then he's gonna consume all his fighting spirit and extend the duration of a singular buff, and then he'll get an extra turn. Okay. The singular buff is a little weird, but I guess it's still good. Dispels all of an enemy's buffs with a strong punch. Damage dealt increases proportional to the enemy's max health. Okay. So it dispels singular targets buffs and does damage. And then after awakening, dispels an enemy's all buffs with a strong punch. Okay, wording, yeah, grammar, yeah, okay. Making them unable to buff for 2 turns. Damage dealt increases proportional to the enemy's max health. Wait, what? Oh, unable to be buffed for 2 turns. So he has an unbuffable debuff. Okay. In Soul Burn, you ignore effect resistance. Okay, that's pretty good for a singular target, right? So you can use this on... That's actually pretty good. After awakening, you can use Soul's ultimate, for example, on Kayron, right? This will counter units like Kayron who have immunity, right? I'm assuming the unbuffable, right, will work for Kayron. I imagine it'll work the same way as Basar, right? You set unbuffable and immortality can't, or immortal can't activate, and you do damage too, and you dispel buffs. So you dispel first, then you set them unable to buff, which is good. Okay. This is a free unit. Alright. This is a free unit, guys. This is actually, looking at this, Soul Bad Guy seems like a very decent free unit, to be honest. Compared to Xeno. But definitely looks like an actual good free unit. Alright, Baiken. Yeah, I was looking forward to this. Yeah, samurai chick with lots of personality. Yeah, you know. Alright. So Baiken's an earth unit. Yeah, thief. Okay. Kind of expected that, either thief or warrior. But seeing Soul as thief, then Baiken sorry, seeing Soul was a warrior, imagine Baiken would be a thief. And she's Scorpio. Attack percent imprint. Okay, so no speed imprints for anyone, thankfully. Baiken is a thief capable of detonating bleed effects inflicted on enemies. Okay. She can deal great damage to the enemy while also increasing the combat readiness of all allies from inflicting bleed with Surein Sanzu Watashi. And then using Gario Tensei on the extra turn granted. Damage potential of Gario Tensei with the detonation of bleed effects make it very important to maintain a large number of bleed effects on enemies. Okay. I can see why people say she's a mix of Karen and Surin. Attacks the enemy repeatedly with a 45% chance, maximum 70% chance to inflict each to inflict 2 bleed effects for 2 turns. Okay. A critical hit will reduce the caster's skill cooldown by 1 turn. Wait, what? This is Karen. A critical hit will reduce the caster's skill cooldowns by 1 turn. That's Karen. I swear, if she runs like Karen, I'll be disappointed. Okay. Second skill. Before awakening, attacks the enemy with expert swordsmanship with a 55% maximum 80% chance each of inflicting 3 bleed effects for 2 turns. 3. That's quite a bit of bleed effects though. You get 2 bleed effects on the first skill and you got 3 on the second skill. After awakening, attacks the enemy with expert swordsmanship with a 55 to maximum 80% still. Chance of inflicting 3 bleed effects for 2 turns. A critical hit will grant an extra turn. Whoa. Why does that sound familiar? A critical hit will grant an extra turn. Huh. Oh, that is like, this is literally like as if Karen and Surin, you know, made a baby. All right. Delivers a deadly blow, detonating any bleed effects inflicted on the enemy at the end of the turn. All right. So third skill detonates the bleed effects now. Critical hit increases the combat readiness of all allies by 15, maximum 25%. Soulburn deals increased damage. Detonate. Okay. It's not bad to be honest. Like, looking at her kit, it really is a mix of Karen and Surin. It really is a mix of Karen and Surin. But granted, it's a little bit different. You're stacking bleed effects now, right? So for example, if you use skill 2 first, right, you got 3 bleed effects for 2 turns. Extra turn when you crit, and then you can skill 3. So you detonate at least 3 bleed effects there. Right away, you can burst someone right away, and then you also increase your combat readiness of all your allies. So seems, if anything, more like a turn 1 unit. Her base speed is 113, Souls is 119. Okay, she's slower than I thought. Okay. So we looked at Moonlight Rin and Ball last time, so I'm gonna skip over these. Not sure if everyone was here for that, unfortunately, but I'll skip over that. I want to look at the artifacts. All right, collaboration artifacts: Junkyard Dog and Torn Sleeve. Alright, so this is Soul's artifact, right? Warrior artifact. 25% chance to burn an enemy for 2 turns after using basic skill. Okay. Can't say I like that too much. Burn. It's more... Thank God it's not a mage skill. Actually, that's still an issue. That might still be an issue. Oh well. Scar Slayer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright, Torn Sleeve. 50% chance to inflict bleed for 2 turns after a single attack. Oh. And it goes to 100% chance. So with that, right, so skill 2, you can inflict 4 bleed effects with that artifact. That's not worth it. I'd rather run RNL. Right? If you run RNL, I feel like RNL would be better on her still. Like, I would probably still run RNL for Baiken. Like, the artifact seems not bad. You get extra bleed effects, but it's not worth it, in my opinion. Right? RNL still is a stronger artifact compared to this, but this can be good for a unit like, yeah, like Haste. Right? Like, Haste might be able to make use of this, but at the same time, overall, generally, Haste, like, RNL is still a better artifact. Elias also is, you can also use Elias, yeah, for Baiken actually, it's still good. So, artifacts, a little underwhelming. Soul, though, looks really strong. Alright, Baiken, I can see, we'll have to see her multipliers, we'll have to take a look at that. I'll see if there's data mined for that right after this. Limited summon, okay, to be expected. So, special side story, obviously, we knew that was coming. Oh, and we have a chapter for each unit. Hey, that's pretty cool, okay? So we have Soul, Baiken, Dizzy's, and the final story. So we obtain event currency. Like usual. Easy, normal, hard, hell. Typical. And we have, in order to proceed stage 8, Shattered Plane, players will need to complete the preceding quest as well as lock quest that follows it. Okay, so we have to go through the hints to complete, to proceed to stage 8. Okay. And it'll give us a hint to figure out what to do. Following heroes receive benefits when used in visitors. Attack health, defense 50%, Guilty Gear collaboration heroes. So Kravis area, Una, Ludwig, Faulkner, Kaluri, Cartuja. Get a 30% increase in health and attack. Guilty Gear units, attack health defense increased by 50%. Additional artifact effects. Oh. So you get additional event currency based off of the level of your artifact now. Okay. I guess that's kind of good. Yeah, getting more event currency is always good there. So we have Shattered Record Fragment, token for the Chosen, ribbon. I guess one for each, right? One for each of the characters. Oh, this is what I want to see. Alright. So Shattered Fragment. Wait, what? Oh, so you can trade in for soul. Are they gonna let us max limit break soul? Okay. Well, everyone should be working towards that if that's the case. 5-star hero. You can trade it for 2,500 and you get the artifact for 1,200. And then your typical catalyst. Black Wrist Powder, Erikion Carapace, Sharp Spearhead. You know, typical stuff. After that, you get runes, Mologoras, Phantasmas, charms, penguins, bookmarks. Okay, that's normal. And then, wait, Shattered Record and Ribbon Hairbrush. So token for the Chosen doesn't get you. There's no shop for it. Crows XX, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so yeah, for Ribbon Hairbrush, you can also trade in for soul, so that's 2. And then we have the artifact again. Horn of Desire, Blazing Rage, Shiny Enhancement. Alright, Horn of Desire. Good time for ML Ball. Alright, so reputation rewards, we get leaves, gold, callus chest, weapon charms, charms, gold, charms, get the artifact, gold, chest, charms, silver transmit stones, get another artifact, and soul. So that's 3 souls already, right? We're missing 2 to imprint. max imprint, and then we get gold transmit. Okay, I guess that's all we can get, right? You only get 3 souls. 3 soul bad guy. Tournament. Special tournament will be available exclusively during the 2nd and 4th weeks of the side story. Visitors from another world obtain event currency token for the chosen and use it to participate in the tournament. Oh, okay, I see. So token of the chosen isn't from side story. No, it is. You obtain the token from chosen, but it's used to participate in the tournament. Okay, so different usage. If you're victorious in the tournament, you will obtain victory rewards and also participate in the finals. Hey, that's pretty cool. Beat other areas and obtain. So it's kind of like a, you know, ladder type kind of PvP, I guess. Sounds interesting. Issue that causes location attack. So these are just improvement bug fixes. Alright, artifact shop. Yeah. Edica Scepter, Iron Fan, Uber's Tooth, Noble Oath as 5 stars. Tagal's Ancient Book, Sash Ithanes, Dust Devil, Magaraha's Tome. Yeah, 4 stars. A lot better than the 5 stars for the powder shop. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Tagahel's super meta. Sash Ithanes actually really useful. Dust Devil also really useful. Magaraha's a bit less useful, but still decently good. Right? Other Noble Oath, Uber's Tooth, Iron Fan, Edica Scepter, they're Iron Fan, Noble Oath, not that good. Edica Scepter, Uber's Tooth, a little bit better, but the 4 stars honestly are better artifacts this rotation. New battle effect, Detonate, has been added, so that's for Baiken. Inflicts damage by activating any dot effects inflicted on the enemy. Damage is proportional to the number of turns the debuff has remaining and the number of total debuffs on the enemy opponent. So the longer your debuffs are, it'll also increase the damage then. I wonder how high that scaling is. So that's actually pretty good. Because Baiken's bleed effects are for 2 turns. So you're going to have, you know, 3 bleed effects for 2 turns. Might do a lot of damage, we'll have to see. Arena, side story, yeah. Side story quest. Oh, it shows you what you can possibly get now. Okay. Alright.